evening, misadventure. Farewell, morality. It's time for another risky venture into the depths of depravity. So wrap your...
Morning, boys. Welcome back to Iowa. As you can see, I'm dressed to impress this morning. I am doing things with my dad, and by doing things with my dad spends his Mondays planning the rest of his week. So right now he's looking for work. I'm driving to the Centerville Bank because they have a U.S. bank, so I can go deposit some money. Yay, money! I hate money. So hopefully you're all doing well. I'm tired of living out of my car at the moment, but it is what it is. I suppose I should answer a few questions that were asked by Gavin and Aaron. So the end of the world is later this week, supposedly. If that happens, so be it. What do I plan to do with the end of the world? Aside from planning the new empire that will happen at the conclusion of the end of the world. You know, how, I'll inherit the earth and such. Really nothing different than I would do on any other day. If the world is going to end, the world is going to end. And I'd rather... My best way to cope with it would be to treat it like any other day and just sort of enjoy it, enjoy myself, and be doing something useful, productive, even if it, in the face of the end of the world, it is futile and useless. I don't know, that would make me feel better. It's just sort of keep on keeping on. I mean, I can't stop the end of the world. I'd love to, but I mean, I'm not that important. You know what I mean? The stop sign's new. This is weird. Sorry. In regards to Aaron talking about Newtown and all of that, I don't even think it's looking at me anymore. Newtown and all of that, it's deeply upsetting. And I remember I heard it on NPR while I was driving from St. Louis to Columbia, and all I could think about was that they're my niece and nephew's age, most of the victims, and that was really unsettling. And what else? That these events have no rhyme or reason, and there's a certain, frustration and, desire to understand when there is no way to understand. And then I think later, that same day, I was sitting with my mother, who was a little inebriated, and my sister, and my mom was insistent we watch the news. And I don't feel like the media, I don't know what the role of the media, if we're to report the facts, then, kudos to them for their long-lasting coverage of Newtown, and I'm not saying we should ignore it or put it on the back burner or just, move on to something else, but there's also a part of me that's I don't feel like the news always ethically covers what is asked. We can't, sometimes I feel like there is no meaning to make out of these things. And the sooner we can find a way to cope with that, the lack of a meaning, that there is no meaning beyond what we personally create out of it, as opposed to a narrative that is thrust upon us by some news corporation, the better off they'll be, the better off we'll be in coping with this mess. I'm finding, as I get slightly older, I continually grow more moderate. Both more liberal and less liberal by the day. And this is an issue where I sort of fall right in the middle. I believe in the right to own firearms. Not semi-automatics, but the man stole weaponry. Wasn't like he went to Walmart and bought himself a submachine gun. He stole the guns. I've been threatened with pistols in the United Kingdom, where there is some of the strictest gun laws I've seen. If somebody wants a gun, or wants to hurt somebody, they're going to do it. with knife, with rock, with slingshot, with gun. You can't stop people from hurting other people. We can try, and that's I guess the attempt, the idea, but people will hurt people if they want to. And which is annoying and probably fatalist in a way, but it's how I feel, and it's, this is my personal experience. It's, from the times I've been threatened, like, that's how I feel. I think this is a great time to have a real conversation about gun control on all sides. Those who are for it, and they have great argument for it, and those, who want to keep the status quo and have far more compelling arguments than most people are willing to hear, I think. But that's where I stand on that. We could probably do with a bit more, but I think we should be realistic here. Is that I don't know how much greater good it will do. Maybe it'll do some. I don't know. I'm gonna go in the bank. I hope you have a great day, week. Love you all.
On second thought, I think one of the things I'll do to prepare for the apocalypse, or if this is my last week on Earth, I'm going to drink some Snapple, I'm going to drink some beer, grill me a steak, and of course have the all-important, really richly fresh roasted cup of coffee. And I'm going to wait on my throne of gold and call Randy, so I'll be safe.